Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, more news out of the WBO. As you guys know, I recently made a video about Sergey Kovalev, Slava Shabranskyy, how main events, Kathy Duva, that they were like petitioning, they were lobbying to try to make this fight a world title fight. And now it's come out from the WBO that from themselves on their Twitter, they said, I quote, WBO Congress Hashtag WBO Congress 2017 Championship and Rating Committee has approved Kovalev versus Shabranskyy for the vacant WBO light heavyweight title. So basically, the November 25th fight, which was supposed to be just a stay busy redemption, kind of like a warm up fight for Kovalev, has now become a world championship fight. So it's a chance for Kovalev, to regain, one of the belts. I think it was one of the belts. I can't remember right now which ones he had and which ones he didn't. But it's one of the belts. Yeah, it's one of the belts that he had, and that Andre Ward got from him, and that he vacated. And he's fighting Shabranskyy in a stay busy fight. I said that I didn't necessarily think that it should be like a world title fight. I didn't think it should be. I still don't think it should be. Honestly, I think it's bad. I mean, I don't think it's good for boxing that dude just lost, Shabranskyy just lost, and they're both fighting for a world title. But I mean, if they're gonna approve it, what can we do about it, man? It is what it is, man. It's ridiculous. But on another note, part of me is kind of happy though because I want to see Kovalev become light heavyweight champion again, and hopefully for his sake, he can keep his head on straight and get this whole trainer situation straightened out because I know that's been a sticky situation. But overall, man, I think it just adds another little dimension to the fight because, especially for Shabranskyy, Shabranskyy was a guy at one point in time where he was definitely one of the top light heavyweight prospects, and ever since he lost to Sullivan Barrera, people have kind of just written him off, and they said he's trash and all this stuff. And I don't think he's trash. I still think he's a solid top 15 light heavyweight. I just don't think he should be fighting for a world title, and I don't think Kovalev should be fighting for a world title either. But I mean, I do want to see him become a light heavyweight champion. And look, if he does beat Shabranskyy, as many people would expect, but you can't disrespect Shabranskyy. If he does do that, then he's gonna have to go and fight one of the other big killers at a light heavyweight, and then that's where Kovalev is really gonna be judged. He's expected to win this fight, so if he wins, people aren't gonna be saying, "Oh my God, two-time world light heavyweight champion." They're not gonna be saying that. They're gonna be saying it was a fight he should have won, and due to the circumstances, war, retiring, and stuff like that, it just benefited him in the end. But his people are going to judge Kovalev when he fights the Vazdiks, the Barreras, the top guy, the Beterbiev, especially if he fights Beterbiev because they had that whole amateur rivalry back in Russia where Beterbiev beat him 2 times. So this fight will not be what the second part, what the latter parts of his career will be defined by. It'll be, if he takes care of business, obviously, because he has to beat Shabranskyy, he's going to have to go and beat one of those killers at the division. And that's going to be a tough task to ask from Kovalev because he's 35 years old. His mentally, you already know his confidence ain't what it used to be because of, just what happened with the first war fight, what happened in the second war fight. And that's what it is, man. This fight right here needs to be that fight where he gets that confidence back and he becomes Crusher again. And I just know if you look at guys like Kovalev through the history of boxing, I love him, great, tremendous fighter. I think he's one of the top 25 best light heavyweights of all time. But I think with Kovalev, if you look at guys like him, just power punchers in general, when power punchers who had this intimidating reputation, when they suffer a controversial loss or a devastating loss, it's always harder for them to come back because that's what they built their career on. And that's not to say that Kovalev doesn't have great boxing skills because he does, but he lived so much off of just that reputation. And I'm starting to sound like Andre Ward right now, but it's true. He lived so much off the reputation that he needs to get his confidence back, and this fight needs to be that for him. So, luckily for him, it's a world title fight. He's gonna have a once very, very highly touted prospect that people are now looking at as a cannon fodder opponent for Sergey Kovalev. He needs to get a W and look spectacular while doing it. As for Shabranskyy, this is his chance to, all the hype that he once had, it's his chance to kind of reclaim it back. So it's gonna be a good fight, man. I think it's gonna be interesting for the light heavyweight division because when you talk about best weight classes in boxing, there's only really a couple of divisions you could say are best weight classes in boxing. You got 115 for sure, which is in the mix. You got 147 now with the Terrence Crawford dynamic. Terrence Crawford coming up soon. And then you got this division right here. I think this division right here, people want to say it's the best division in boxing. I have no problems with it because it's just such a deep division. So many great matchups to be made. And they will be made more than likely. So whoever wins this fight, I'd like to see them in there with one of the top guys. And hopefully for me, honestly, just don't disrespect Shabranskyy. I would like to see that guy beat Kovalev just because I want to see like those fights that people were talking about when he was number one in the division, like Beterbiev. A lot of people wanted to see him fight Beterbiev. And I want to see Beterbiev in a big fight. I really do. I don't want Beterbiev to just be one of those foreign fighters that, just lives off of not fighting anybody and just like this mentality of just like, okay, he's feared. Nah, I think he is kind of feared actually, but still, I want to see him. I want to see him in there with a big fight, and I would like to see that. I've always wanted to see him fight Kovalev, and to me, I think you got about a year window to make that fight happen. So, if Kovalev wins, that's the next fight they should be looking at: Beterbiev versus Kovalev. And if not Beterbiev, it has to be Barrera because they were talking about that before this fight. But nonetheless, I've been talking for like 6 minutes. Kovalev Shabranskyy is now a world title fight. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Andre Ward fans, because I know you watched this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Take the time to subscribe, and you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.